Hello, this is Coach Cameron Roberts here. You've tuned into the Sales Renegade show. Today we have Mr. Roy McDonald here. Now Roy is the author of How to Turn $1 into $1 Million in 7 years or less. It's sold over 40,000 copies. Now Roy is a business owner and a business coach and business mentor. Roy, we want to talk about business today and how we can be effective in business in the new economy. Can you share with our listeners some of your strategies you've used to become a wealth expert and a success in business?
Absolutely, it'd be a real pleasure, and thank you once again for having this chance to be with you.
I really appreciate it. It's an honour for you to come on the show.
I'm honoured myself. I love business.
Yeah.
And in fact, we call it enterprise.
Enterprise.
It's being enterprising, otherwise you could be busy in business.
And that's a big difference, isn't it?
Exactly. So part of your identity is the words you use, your language, as well as your belief systems, as well as your physiology around things shows up who you are. And being in an enterprise is enterprising, and it actually leverages your life. And when you're working for somebody else, and I'm not discounting someone having a job, we all have jobs, and I have a job, and you know, however, I have many income streams, over 69 other income streams that I don't work in. They work for me, and they can work 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and create huge leverage for me. And these enterprises can be anything that you want, that you can have an interest in or see an opportunity for.
Right. So it's interest or opportunity.
One of the challenges you have if you have an interest in, unfortunately, you can get sucked in and do it. Like I love my job, as a coach, as a mentor, and doing what I do. And the more I love it, of course, the more I do it, which actually doesn't leverage me. It does that. However, if you can get to a point where it's a leverage situation, then that's a very different thing for an enterprise. And all enterprises are the same thing. They have two basic things: people and profit, basically. There's a lot of P's. There's also the project itself, the product, the profitability, the plant and equipment, the property that's involved. There's a lot of P's.
All the P's.
Processes.
It's like a whole bag of P's.
It's a whole bag of P's.
Whole bag of P's.
However, people and profit are the ultimate thing. We use it in enterprises, however, a very important formula, and that is that we endeavour to arrange, if we can, that the new enterprise will involve a piece of commercial real estate.
Right, commercial real estate.
Or a warehouse, industrial building, whatever. And the idea is that there's more money often in the property than there is in the business
in the
itself.
Business,
in the enterprise, long term, because the business can be sold. In fact, we use the McDonald's formula. You know, they're pretty successful guys. They buy the real estate. They sell the business immediately. In fact, it's sold before it's even opened in the franchise system. They take a percentage back on that, and but they really are a real estate company, as most people know. And you know, they have over 30,000 operations. And the interesting thing is, you can not have to own them as long as you can control them. So control is more important.
Control versus own.
Control is more important than ownership, actually. In fact, Ray Kroc, when he was 54 years old, his first McDonald's, he didn't have the money to do his first McDonald's. He just took a rental, a 5+5+5, a 20-year rental. And his first franchisee built the McDonald's on there, and he rented it back for a 20% increase rent on what he was paying for 20 years.
20 years.
And he did that 10,000 times before he died.
Right.
So massive leverage of his property section there, and obviously his business was real estate. So that's an important aspect. The purpose of going into business is usually, for most people, to get rid of the boss.
Right. Is that a good idea? Or?
Not often when you haven't been good with your boss. Because you'll often take the bad habits with you into the new business.
And I often say is that when someone does that, they actually become worse than worse than the boss that they work for. Because now they're the boss of themselves.
Correct. And the only one they're usually answerable to is the bank.
The bank.
And the bank will sack them eventually. Or their wife or husband, depends on which one it is.
Someone will sack them.
So, and in fact, there's a lot of people in businesses, in enterprises that they're hiding out in those, because they're really not willing to actually look at the
Right.
situation or be coachable, be teachable,
Yeah.
listen and be truly committed to the changes that are necessary, because an enterprise will reflect who you are.
Yeah.
If you've got, you're a very solid man. And your enterprise reflects you.
Oh, thanks, Rob.
And who you are in this shows up accordingly.
Yeah.
You're a man of your word. You're a man of integrity. You're a man on time. You get results and you
Yeah.
do it consistently. Your business shows up that way.
Yeah.
That's why you have people listening to you.
Yeah.
That's why you have people who refer people to you.
Yeah.
That's why your business has grown. That's why your enterprise is enterprising.
Yeah.
You're just not only an enterprising person. It's
Yeah.
got a lot of longevity to it.
Yeah.
So it's like money always will amplify who a person
Right.
is.
Yeah.
An enterprise will amplify who you are.
Yeah.
So, and to me, it's so exciting. I get very passionate.
Yeah.
Because you can make a difference
Yeah.
on this planet with people. You can build a team. You
Yeah.
can get great. You can make a huge contribution. You create choices, and you get a chance to hang out, to play,
Yeah.
and it should be fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
The minute it's stressful and it's not fun, then there's some things that are in the way.
It really is a game business, isn't it? It's a game.
But it's a serious game.
Serious game.
And there's a lot of things in this. We have a number of little packages for this. In fact, if your listeners are interested, I could send it to them. This one, we call it our Quantum Enterprise Planning System.
Okay.
And it firstly starts off where am I and where do I want to go and
Yeah.
how best to get there. It's got marketing, operation, finance administration areas.
Yeah.
But it's got what I call, in the marketing is, when you talk about why businesses succeed and why they don't, most people start as an operational person,
Yeah.
a technician, if you will, who knows how to do something, but they're not necessarily good marketers.
That's
or
right.
they're good with their accounts. Even if we
Yeah.
take you're technically clever
Yeah.
about what Coach Cameron is and the
Yeah.
role of coaching others. The biggest thing you always will need, and
Yeah.
you've learned this very
Yeah.
strongly, is that your marketing side is so
Yeah,
important.
that's right.
And someone's got to do the BAS statement or
That's
pay
right.
the bills and
Yeah.
do all the things. So,
Yeah.
and when you're a one-man band, it's simpler. But as you build
Yeah.
an organisation, then
You've
these
got
are
to be
the-
good at that.
So it's what you're not good at, you need others. So
Yeah.
to really, the success in business is always finding people who love what you can't do and put them in there.
Yeah.
Now, the reason we're so grateful to have you is you can do stuff we can't do.
Yeah, thanks.
In Infusionsoft, and that your skill around computers and
Yeah.
your skill around these areas, like what you've changed
Sales
for us.
systems and all that.
Yeah, we're so grateful.
Yeah.
It's been an extraordinary journey for us. So we get you, and we would. Most of the people here, when you think about, aren't good with accounts, so they're hugely important. You get a good bookkeeper. That's 90% of the story.
Yeah. And a good accountant, is that
Good
important?
accountant, yeah, and we have our own accountancy practice because I got sick of hearing that we can't find a good accountant, so we built our own. 23 years now, we've got our team there in offices in Melbourne and Sydney and here on the Gold Coast.
So when someone becomes your client, they can actually use the accounting service?
We're real happy that they stay with their own accountant, but if they're not happy not getting the 450 possible tax deductions that are available to them, they should check in, and they get a free time with our accountants anyway to choose. And it's part of the Life Magic program. I just want to talk about marketing just for a second.
Sure, yeah, that'd be really good.
In the end of the day, we have this 7-step key plan. Leadership is the middle, that's you.
Yeah.
You see, the interesting thing about all the things we've spoken on, all the previous meetings we've had here, you don't have to do everything, but you have to lead it.
Yeah, that's right.
If you can't lead it, then you either lead, follow, or get out of the way.
Yeah.
Most people get, well, I can't do all these things.
And then
that's
they give
okay.
up.
Yeah. And businesses don't fail, people just give up.
Yeah.
Marriages don't fail, people just give up.
Yeah.
So leadership is the core, and that's who am I in this. And that could be also that you decided to put a general manager in your business or a marketing manager or whatever.
Yeah.
The other core issues are that there's money, management and marketing. These three core...
Money, management and marketing.
Yeah, and you need... These are cores.
They're the three core. They're the three important ones, aren't they?
They're essential.
So that's money, management and marketing.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the other essential three are creating your client base, that's lead generation.
Yeah, lead gen.
Yeah. Converting that generation into a sale, so you make it into a sale, because you have all these lead generation.
All the leads and you can't convert.
Yeah. and then client fulfillment.
Client fulfillment.
So fulfill the promise.
Yeah.
The way I look at enterprise is an orchestration.
Yeah.
You've got to be the conductor.
Yeah.
And the conductor has all the instruments. And it's not just the violin that makes this orchestra work. It's all of that and bringing
all of it working together makes it sound nice.
Yeah. And the interesting thing in this, most people start off as, you know, if you take music, you know, I can play guitar, I can sing, so I'm a one-man band and this is it.
Right, yeah.
And then you might get a little team together, you know, a little group of you.
Yeah, yeah.
The day you become the leader of an orchestra is the day you've got to another level.
Yeah, and you make the sweetest music.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's the only person who has his back to the audience.
Right, that's very interesting.
And not that that's his above it all, but he's really orchestrating and conducting what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's what you're really looking for. You're looking to become the director, a true director, a conductor of the orchestra, of the enterprise.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. Yeah.
That's very good.
Bottom line, you can make a difference on this planet.
Yeah.
And it's really about having your why strong enough, you know, to make and be enrolled, you know, and be passionate about what you're doing. I'm very passionate about. I mean, the only of my 69 businesses, the only one I work in is this one. Yeah. Because as you can hear, I'm passionate, make a difference on this planet. Yeah. Turn $1 to $1 million and teach it to your children.
Excellent.
Very, very
that's very important. Thank you very much, Roy. If the listeners would like to get their hands on this book or find out more about Quantum Enterprise, how could they do that?
Well, if they go info@onelife.com.
So send you an email.
And send their mobile phone number. We will send that out as a text connector for that download, and they'll get the whole document.
They get the whole document for free.
Yep. And in fact, they could get our book. We'll throw that in as well if they'd like, because we just want to help people do that.
Okay, great. Yeah. So they just email your address to info@onelife.com.au and with your mobile phone number, and Roy will send the information about the business enterprise, free download, and also the book.
Great.
That's very generous. Thank you, Roy.
Absolute pleasure. And at another time, there's a whole pile of other ones I'd like to talk to you about. The essentialness of the 6 human needs.
6 human needs.
You know, how powerful they are when you're engaging people in business and enrolling people. There are a whole range of areas around consciousness, around health, around well-being, and around attraction of money. Yeah. And I'd love to spend some time on some of those if you'd be wanting to.
We'd love to have you back, Roy. That'd be fantastic. So we look forward to the one on the 6 human needs. All right. Thank you very much, Roy McDonald.
My pleasure. Thank you.